Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hoosiers will kick it off to get us underway. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quick handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll move the tight end. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Makes the grab on 3rd. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the running back. And this this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list, making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DK. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Caught, close to the marker, it's Gentry. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest nails of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Quick completion to the right. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They go right back to their man on second and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Looking to scramble. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number, keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Harbor. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Indiana. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Now on first down from the 28. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking to throw on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Gentry. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. Gets it past the marker. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
It's a phenomenal effort on 3rd down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You gotta love that.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Virginia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Harbor. And they'll knock him down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is on its way. Oh, the ball's out on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The inside handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. A missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
The give to the single back.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Pulls it and fires to the left. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Trying the left side. Shakes off the defender. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Using the quick game. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now on 2nd and goal.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him! And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texans! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Sends the offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Off-play action on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Going to the running game. Turning it on. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep...
Next going for the goal line. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
They've been outstanding on third down all day long, and they could use one here on third and goal. Now adjusting. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the punishment has been extended. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope he's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. To the air, it's Pride. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Moving away from pressure. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Texas! This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Dude, You didn't think it could any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was to unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. The quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Scanning the field, it's Pride. Sends it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
It's so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Unleashes one deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean one. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. A very disappointing performance for the number 1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Back to throw, it's Pride. Looking to the big tight end. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one and a first down.
At the 28. Good enough for a first down.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosions.
It's complete! And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Firing to the right, complete. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll move the wide receiver. The play action fake. Got a man. It's Gentry. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And you're seeing the best version of this guy this week, right? We know he threw 2 picks a week ago. We talked to him. He said it was a game he wanted to put behind him and just get refocused. You are seeing when he brings his A game to the park, he helps this offense.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes a catch at the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 31 over Houston. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's moving out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Harbor. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Looking to throw, it's Pride. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Offense in an empty set. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got him downfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Pocket breaking down. Snagged in the middle. It's late. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Punts it out of the air. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Indiana.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Set, ready. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bring in the heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fat.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up.